Hello. What's going on, everyone? It's Camille Prosperity out of Savannah, Georgia. Let me do a time check right quick. This one will hopefully be, well, it is going to be much shorter than the Q&A we just did the other night. Thanks for the great feedback. Again, that's how I will be answering your questions from now on. Hello, Don Johnson. What's going on? Catherine, beautiful family, man. I'm sorry I didn't click. I think I was doing something. But beautiful family. What's going on, smart author? Yeah, I be checking people out. I gotta see who checking me out. I gotta know if y'all one of the snap people. All right, so hey, I think that's Untouchable over there. All right, so listen, before we get to it, I gotta thank my people. Okay. I gotta shout out my Cash App contributors. If you hating on this, don't, because these people make it so that the tech service that I provide to you is free, okay? It's always the few who take care of the many, and I really appreciate these people. So these are the people. It's my little bro, Sanjay. This is his second time contributing. Thank you so much, Sanjay. Dennis Dillard. Thank you so much, Dennis. I really appreciate you and enjoyed our conversation. Tracy Burtz. Tracy is not even on my list. So isn't that something? She's not even benefiting from the list, but she donated to it. Oksana, what's going on, girlie? Prayers for you and your family, everything that's going on with the Ukraine, okay? But anyway, so Tracy Burtz, Michael Dawson, really appreciate you. And I don't know who this person is. T Think Biz Hinky? Okay, but I really appreciate y'all so very much. The text list grows every single day and night. There are messages coming in, people saying that they appreciate the information, people using information, giving me feedback, and as it grows, so does my expense, because of course, you know, it's pushing more messages. We are talking a lot. Hey, what's going on, little brother Jay? So in this video, guys, what we're going to talk about is why you should not have more than one. How many class 1 name reporting on your credit report? Now, in case you are not pulling your credit report, remember, this is not a money thing. If you're like, Kim, I don't have the money for a service, I've already told you in prior videos how you can get all 3 credit reports for free from Annual Credit. I even went to the website and showed you where to click and what to do. Normally, you can only get them from each one of the credit reporting agencies once a year, but because we're still in this situation, you can get them one free from each credit reporting agency every 7 days. So you have 0 excuses. Hey, Charity. Hey, Sharon. So go look up that video if you did not see it and order your credit reports immediately, okay? Is there a way to remove different names? Absolutely. And there's various different ways. Now, I'm not going to talk about that in this video because I want to keep this kind of short. I can tell y'all right now, if your posture is correct and you know what you're doing, you can literally pick up the phone and call and be like, do it now. But if you scary, booger, I'm scared of talking to people, then that won't be as effective on the phone. But I've gotten some things done on the phone because when they talk that crazy talk, I'd be like, okay, well, what about this and what about that? Now say what again now? So you're telling me there's certain questions that you can ask so that they know, let me just go ahead and do what she said instead of fooling up with this girl. Let me just go ahead and do what she said. But if you're not that type of person, then you'll want to like write a letter, and it's just more time consuming. I like to do things quick. So let's get into how this actually happens, though, that you can have multiple names on your credit report, okay? There's 2 ways that it can happen. Either you can be a mix and merge. Either it can be because your file was mixed and merged, or it could be identity theft. Okay, now mix and merge I'm very familiar with. Okay, my maiden name is the same. When my last name goes to my maiden name, my first and last name is exactly the same as my mother. I know there's not a lot of women who are named exactly after their mother, but I'm one of them. So I remember being in high school, and yes, there were things on my credit report that I wasn't even born then. But believe it or not, guys, these credit reporting agencies, gosh, when y'all start studying this, y'all going to see how crooked they really are. They do not match things by like your social security number, and everything doesn't have to be an exact match. They basically look at a number of things and say, that's close enough. Good enough. Like literally. So there are a lot of parent-children combos that have mixed and merged files. The credit dude talks about this. He has the same exact full name as his dad, first and last name. So on his credit file, there were a lot of things on there from his father. And it was really, really messing him up. That's how he got into credit, because he had to clean all of that up. Another thing is like twins, right? Got the same birthday, got the same address. Even though the names may be different, the credit reporting agencies are like, close enough. And then they mix up the information and they merge the files. So mix and merge is usually with somebody you know. It can also be with somebody that you don't know though. So like if your name is Steven, right? And you spell your Steven Stephen, and then there's another Steven that spells theirs with an F, like say Stephen Thomas. It's very, very, very simple for the PH Stephen to be confused with the V Thomas, right? The V Stephen. So it can be with strangers, but most often it's with people that you know. So that's mix and merge. Now, another thing, this is what you guys are most familiar with, is identity theft. Okay, so this is literally where somebody has hijacked your name. And if you know what you're doing and you have protections in place, you can catch it. I told you about a friend of mine who used a credit reporting agency that I referred to him. And he got an alert one day that his information was on the black web. He was able to take care of it right then and there before any damage was done. And so it's very, very, to me, it's worth the expense. I would rather pay a few bucks a month and catch things early than try to basically like have my account. I remember one time back in the day, my account was frozen while they investigated someone who had stolen my identity. And that was my only bank account. So I didn't have access to any funds during that time. And I was like, isn't this screwy? Somebody's messing with me and I'm penalized. But they had to freeze everything because the bad guy had access to that account. Okay. Is this making sense? Did you guys know any of this? So identity theft is another way that you can have issues. Now, I need to talk to y'all because sometimes it's not a mix and merge. Sometimes it's not identity theft. Sometimes it's just us being lazy. Okay? So I know right now there's actually a number of different names on my credit report for me. Some of them are pertaining to my maiden name. Some of them are pertaining to my married name. And they misspelled both names because both my maiden name and my married name are very, very unique and quite difficult. So I have multiple misspellings, okay? I have not cleaned those up. So I've got to do that. Now, here's an example of what I mean. Say your name is Marilyn Jane Thomas. You might sign, and I will tell you guys this, you want to get in the habit right now of signing stuff only one way. If your name is Marilyn Jane Thomas, don't sign Marilyn Jane Thomas sometimes, and then Mary J. Thomas, and then MJ Thomas, and then, no, don't you, like literally you can have so many different variations. Pick what you are going to do. Are you going to use the long-term name? Are you going to use your long first name, your full middle name, and your last name? Or are you going to use your full middle name, your middle initial, and your last name? Pick one way, and that should be how you sign for everything. Because I guarantee that many of you have multiple variations of your name on your credit report, especially if you have a nickname. Is this helping you guys out? Did you know this? Have you paid attention to the name section? Because see, oftentimes when we pull our reports, we're so into the bad stuff that's on there or getting our score up, we don't pay any attention to the names. And I'll talk about the addresses later. You should only have one address on there as well. But I'm not going to address the addresses in this video. But this is why it's so important, guys. If you got multiple names on your credit report, you out here looking like the dang on Tindler swindler. Real talk. You looking real suspicious. You looking real like you're doing some real dealings out here, okay? Now, you might think, well, they can tell us all like the same name. No, you got to remember the majority of the time, it's a computer reading these things, not a person. It's a computer. And with a computer, you have to be exact. You have to be precise. So the computer reads each one of those variations as a different line item or a different entry. It's just like when I tell y'all to text me #mortgagevid. And you guys, some of y'all do mortgage space video. That's not #mortgagevid. Some of you do #mortgage video. That's not #mortgagevid, VID. Some of you do hashtag house video. Y'all just be doing whatever y'all want to do. None of that is hashtag mortgage video. You can't even put a period at the end of the D. Otherwise, the computer is going to read it wrong. Remember, a computer is just a computer. So for those of you who are like, I sent in I texted you, but nothing came back. It's because you distorted the command that would auto trigger the system to automatically send the link to you by adding additional characters. Whether it be a space, punctuation, whether it be hashtag mortgage vig. Thanks, Kim. No, don't put that in the same message, okay? So I need you guys to understand this because there are computers that are reading your information. So you have to be precise. Pick one name and only use that one name. Like I said, it's going to keep you from looking suspicious. It's going to make you it's going to help you to present yourself more stable on your credit report. And then even some credit experts say that it can add like 5 to 20 points to your credit report if you only have, your one name and your one address on there. I don't pay attention as much to the points because I like the big points. So 5 to 20 points, that's just like, and you guys do know your credit score changes like daily. So that is that it? I think I did. Yes, that is all I really had. So I want you guys, if you have not done so already, I want you to pull your credit reports and I want you to go through it with a fine tooth comb. Don't just look at the lates. Don't just look at the charge-offs and the things that are negatively impacting your that are listed in the negative category. There are some things that are negative on your account that you don't view as negative because to you it's no big deal. But I'm telling you right now, in the greater scheme of things, it is a big deal. And as we go through this process, you're going to see how this is even more important. But for right now, just pull those reports, all 3 for free at annualcreditreport.com. Go watch the video. Go share the video. Like everybody do you guys know how many people during these last few years lost their job and they turned to fraud to supplement their income? So if you haven't checked for a while, goodness knows what is on there. Tell your family members and friends, forward them the video so that they can check for themselves as well, okay? Super important that we stay on top of that. Y'all don't even understand. I check my credit reports like I check my bank account every single day. Now that I know the power of this stuff, I don't play with it, baby, okay? And I don't want you to either, all right? So let me know. Leave a comment down below. Smash that like button. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. What you doing, baby? All right? What is you doing? You just looked at your report and found my middle name on it, and I don't use my middle name. Get it off of that. Yeah. See, that's good. Get it off of there, okay? Let them know this needs to be removed. The only name on my credit report should be this, okay? And some of y'all already know why I don't want to make this video super long because I want y'all to just watch this video in its entirety. Go to Annual Credit Report, pull all 3, look, do a compare and contrast side by side, and choose the one that you like. Choose the name that you like, and then have the credit reporting agencies remove all others. And from now on, you only sign your name that way. Okay? All right. Like I said, leave a comment down below. Thank you, Noisy Boy, for making that comment so that I appreciate y'all's contribution. It all helps the fam, all right? So I think that's it. Yay, me. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.